Agency stand. If you go and speak to David Nolan over there, they've got some freebies and pens and pencils and lots of literature about the Ulster Scots and about the community up there in Ulster. So my name's Andy McGregor. I've got a set of great Highland bagpipes here today to play a few tunes for you. So what I'm going to do, you'll see every now and again I'll play a set and do a bit of tuning. These are the same as any other bagpipes. You spend 15 minutes tuning them to play for 3 minutes out of tune. But so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start playing a wee set of 3/4 marches. So these are really quite basic tunes to get us started. Thank you very much. You're very generous. So the first two tunes I played there was a set of 3/4 marches. On the Highland bagpipes especially, marches are very, very traditional tunes. They were used for getting the troops from one place to another, and the guys would have marched behind the pipers. So the first one was called Castle Dangerous, and the second one was called Collins Cattle. So Castle Dangerous was a traditional 3/4, and Collins Cattle was actually a Scottish working tune. So the people would have sung these tunes when they were out in the fields working, and it was to keep everybody's morals up, and they would have sang these songs. So quite a lot of the music of the Highland bagpipes comes from that traditional singing. So I'm going to give the pipes a quick tune, and then I'll play a set of 4/4 marches. Hoyts. Last two tunes were a set of 4/4 marches called the Garbaroo Ball and Music of Spain. Yes? This gentleman just asked me what actual set of bagpipes is. So there's two main families of pipes. One of them are bellow played. So the bellow played would be the Irish bagpipe or the Ullin bagpipes. And then you've got the Scottish lowland pipes, Scottish small pipes, and then you've got Northumbrian pipes. They're all played with bellows. And then you've got mouth blowing pipes, so you'd have the Irish water pipe. Or this one, this is the Great Highland bagpipe. And then you've also, if you go into Spain, you've got Gaitas and you've got Galician pipes, Asturias, and they would be mouth blown. Mouth blown are usually louder because there's moisture involved, so it's harder keying in the reeds. And that's why these ones are a bit louder than the Ullin pipes or the Scottish small pipes. So I'm going to play a jig, and this is actually a traditional Scottish tune. It's played on the Ullin pipes or traditional Irish tune, sorry. It's played on the Ullin pipes quite a lot. But it's been adapted for the Scottish bagpipes. This is called the Gold Ring. That was a 68 jig. So it's obviously exactly the same types of tunes as what you would get in the Keelys and what you would have in the sessions. You would hear the Uilleann pipes playing, the fiddles playing these sort of tunes. It's quite a limited chanter. There's only 9 notes. The tin whistle actually has more notes than it. But what makes it quite a difficult instrument is the finger technique. You'll see that the fingers are actually really quite sort of technical and fast, all the little embellishments that they have on them. So I'm now going to play a set of Scottish traditional 6/8 marches. So this is, what do we call them, Mucking of Geordie's Bar, and then it's going to go into Bonnie Dundee and then finish off with a steamboat. Thank you. Starting to get very warm up here all of a sudden. And so that was 68 marches. Then went from the same march, which was Atholl Highlanders, into the jig version of the march. So I'm going to calm things down a little bit here. We're going to play a traditional Irish air. This is called Inisheer. Thank you very much, folks. I think we'll look forward to the purpose now, is that right? Thank you very much. I've been Andy McGregor. Thanks very much for turning up and giving us a wee bit of support.